Well, meantime, the Fox News at Night Common Sense Department is intrigued by the story of Stacey Davis Gates. She's the president of the Chicago Teachers Union. For years, Davis Gates has fought against school choice, calling it racist. She is also against the Invest in Schools Act. That's a scholarship program that allows students to attend private schools instead of public schools. Again, racist. So Common Sense was surprised to learn that Davis Gates is now sending her son to a private Catholic school, $16,000 a year. Apparently, Davis Gates felt the need to explain herself, so she sent her union colleagues a letter claiming that black students on Chicago's south and west sides have limited options and that her son was going to private school, quoting here, so he could live out his dream of being a soccer player while also having a curriculum that can meet his social and emotional needs. Common Sense wonders if that social and emotional curriculum includes the ability to read and do math. It's a valid concern considering that in 53 Chicago schools, not a single student can do math at grade level. And at 30 schools, not a single student can read at grade level. Common Sense thinks Davis Gates has every right to choose where to send her kid to school. But it's a shame that she doesn't believe other parents should have the very same choice. Let's bring in Carrie Perjean Bowler, former Miss California and founder of the Battle Cry, and Caroline Moore, vice president at Parents Defending Education. Carrie, to you first, man. I just can't imagine adamantly opposing school choice and scholarships for private schools and then putting your kid in a private school because you think it's the best remedy for that person.
Yeah, this is total hypocrisy once again from the left. And what they're doing is they are saying to parents, hey, we don't want you to have these rights, but we're going to have these rights. We don't want you to have school choice, but we're going to remove our kids from the public school system and send them to these fancy private schools, Catholic schools. That's where she sent her son. And it's wrong and it's hypocritical of her. And once again, the left, all they do is spread lies, and they're hypocrites.
Yeah, and Caroline, the former Education Secretary Betsy DeVos made this point earlier. Watch.
Stacey is doing exactly what millions of other parents want to do. And yet she and her boss, Randy Weingarten, pretty much single-handedly killed the tiny little school choice education freedom program in the state of Illinois. It is the height of hypocrisy.
I mean, it's no different than the governor putting his kids in private school and all the other kids are home. I mean, it gets tiresome.
It's exhausting, honestly, as we see in Illinois, but also across the country. I mean, we have these elites who, set the standards and, pass laws and whatnot, and then their kids are held to a different standard. They can pull them out, put them in private school, and it creates a strange situation. More than half of Americans can't participate in school choice, like in the state of Illinois. But really, a lot of parents don't even know what school choice means. And so they have to work through the public school structure as it is. And it's really disheartening that you would, advocate on behalf of teachers or pretend to advocate on behalf of students like the unions do when your kid doesn't even go to these schools. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy. Yeah, and that's the whole thing is now you have the Orange Unified School District becoming the 6th district in the state to require that parents be notified if their child's pronouns are changing, if their gender is changing bathrooms. But the lawsuit, Carrie, is coming. Rob Bonta is going to file a lawsuit, and now you've got this whole litigation in California. It's going to happen for the next couple of years.
Yeah, and one thing that I want everybody listening to realize is that this is the hill that parents are willing to die on, Trace. This is the hill, and this is what government needs to understand. Educators do not have super rights over parental rights. What we are saying in California, I live in California, what we are saying is that our rights, our God-given rights as parents, supersede the educators' rights. So what you teach our children in school, we have a right to know. All these secrecy clauses that we're seeing in these bills passed in California, it is not okay. We have never surrendered our rights. They cannot take those rights away. And so what we're seeing, just like you saw last night, Trace, when parents rise up, when parents get organized and go on the offense, we win. And so I want everybody to take note across the country.
Excuse me.
Copy what they did last night and take it to a school board near you.
Yeah, your final thoughts on this, Caroline. I got about 15, 20 seconds.
Oh, I completely agree. And, you know, this is like a beacon of hope for California. We have a list of schools that have these transgender, non-conforming policies, and there are over 580 school districts in California with these policies. Yeah. So like Carrie said, it's time to rise up and have the parents be heard.
Yeah, it really is. Caroline Moore, Carrie Pershing, thank you very much for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you.